We start in Ginger Town, and what we see is a menace that is truly frightening. The menace called Cell, and all the people there have been reduced to clothing thanks to his need for sustenance. But fear not, Piccolo arrives, having fused with Kami. He is now the Super Namekian. What have you done to those people? Cell just laughs eerily. They've become part of my biomass. And Piccolo clenches his hands. He's like, you bastard. And they fight. Piccolo seems to be evenly matched with Cell. Punch after punch, kick after kick, blast after blast. But Cell, he's enjoying it. He's got those Saiyan instincts, those Saiyan cells. And he's like, you can't beat me, Piccolo. I will grow stronger every time we clash. And then I will drink more. But then, out of nowhere, a new fighter emerges. Umachi Onizuka. With her scythe, she swings down and cuts off Cell's arm. He's like, ah, I'll punch you. Who are you? And Komachi, she rests her scythe on her shoulder and she's like, you've been messing with the natural order. My boss sent me here to stop you. I've come from Otherworld. Because in this timeline, King Yama isn't the only Yama. Shikieki is one of them. They have to have schedules, right? He can't work 24/7, so she's the second one. And Komachi is her subordinate. And she's here to right the natural order. And Cell's like, interruptions, I was having so much fun with Piccolo! So they battle. And with her manipulation of distance, Cell can't get away until he uses a solar flare and escapes. Fortunately for our heroes, as Cell is biding his time elsewhere, a boon appears. Son Goku reawakens from his hot virus. He's back, and he's got a secret weapon. The hyperbolic time chamber. And he tells that in that chamber you can get a year of training in a single day. So our heroes reunite on the lookout. Komachi introduces herself to everyone. Goku vaguely remembers her from his time in Otherworld. The pairs are decided, Trunks and Vegeta, Goku and Gohan, and Piccolo and B-10. Piccolo is excited to be able to fight another Saiyan again, and B-10 is excited because she wants to test Piccolo's new strength. Komachi stays behind. She doesn't have any intention of going in the time chamber. In that regard, she is the one who ends up fighting Android 17. Her fight is very similar to her fight with Cell. Android 17 can't get away, and because of that, he's unable to use his agility to his advantage. But then, as the fight seems equal, Cell appears, and he's much stronger. He's like, oh, ho, 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 look what we have here. I'm glad to see the busty redhead again. I can't wait to have my revenge. And Komachi's like, it'll end the same. But unfortunately, she's wrong. Cell has absorbed a lot more people at this point, and he's a lot stronger. So despite her putting up her best efforts, she's defeated. With one final energy blast, he sends her flying into the sea, fortunately without a hole in her torso, unlike what happened to Piccolo in canon. Now, the only one who stands between Cell and the androids is the big Gingerbot, Android 16. He seems to have the upper hand. But unfortunately, when it seems like he's defeated it, they let their guard down, and Cell absorbs Android 17 and becomes semi-perfect. He looks at them all and he's like, I'm one step closer to perfection. But then, before he can launch himself at Android 18, Tien Shinhan shows up. And he's like, I won't let you do this. Piccolo! And then he turns triangles into rectangles. Cell is very nettled. But unfortunately, this isn't enough. And Cell eventually outlasts Tien Shinhan, who collapses from his deadly use of the Kikoho technique. But fortunately, before he can kill Tien Shinhan, Goku arrives. And he saves Tien Shinhan and Komachi, but not before giving Cell an ultimatum. He says, don't worry, Cell. You'll find the opponent you're looking for soon. And he teleports away. There on the lookout, they regroup. Komachi has fed a senso bean, and so is Tien Shinhan. They're healed up. And then something strange happens. Tien Shinhan, he's furious with his weakness. And he looks to Komachi and he's like, do you want to be my training partner in the time chamber? And Komachi, having never lost though embarrassingly before, decides, yeah, I need to get stronger too. I'm usually lazy, but my boss keeps me around because I'm strong. I guess I'm not strong enough this time. So they join forces. And this is where we're going to end this part. Tell me what your predictions are for the next part, and stay tuned, because things are about to get very perfect.